everybody to another great episode of Real Life Matters. Of course, I'm your host, DBoss. And I'm encouraging people that if you haven't seen any of the past episodes, you can go subscribe to my channel, DBoss Network. And you can like the bell icon, like all the other videos, any episodes that you haven't seen on the TV on caribvision. And we viewed in 28 different countries, including the UK, United States, all in the Caribbean countries, and also on bellfibe channel 658 for people that don't know the channel. So I'm on from 10 to 12 a.m. So you can see all the different episodes if you catch it on TV. But if you don't catch it, then you can just go to the YouTube channel. And also remember to subscribe to the guests that come on. And you can ask them questions, and you can also buy their stuff, stream their music, buy their books. They have a lot of interesting things. If you don't know, you can just inbox them and see what's going on. But today we got a really special episode on here. We had, she's a spiritual advisor, intuitive healer, a life coach, and she does many more stuff than that. And also she's been on previous episodes. And if you haven't caught them, you can go back and see them. So today we're going to be talking about manifesting miracles with Miss Edie. So this is the RLM Spiritual Enlightenment series. So we're going to, with Miss Edie, of course, she's Truly's in there. And so we're going to be talking about that. So with no other further ado, we're going to introduce to you Miss Edie.
Hello, RLM fam. It's great to be back. DBoss, thank you for having me again. I'm so excited to work together on this one, and I love manifesting miracles. So I'm so excited to share this. How are you today?
I'm so excited about this topic too.
It's one of my favorites.
Everybody wants to manifest something and know how to do it.
Exactly. Everyone's like, give me this, give me this, give me this. But how do you get it? Right? That's the fun part. So I'm excited. I'm super passionate about talking about this topic. And I don't know if any of you are, I'm a woman of faith, so I don't like to force my faith on anyone, but I will be using words like God, angels, the universe, and spirituality, and as well as religion. Again, not to compare them, but just so you're prepared for the language today. But there are different ways that you can manifest miracles. Now, DBoss, when was the last time you saw a miracle?
I really don't know, but I need one right now.
I was gonna say, then you must be overdue for one. Now, I don't know if you know this, but there's actually an app on your phone, and I want you guys all to do this. Now, if you're watching us on TV or if you're watching us on a computer or tablet, then if you are able to hold another device, maybe you don't, maybe you're just using your phone, so you can try this after or pause this and go check it out. It's a really fun app, and it's actually a hidden part and setting in your camera settings. So if you guys have a phone, I don't know if you have one handy, but if not, that's okay. I just want you to grab your phone and you put on the camera setting. Now, you got to point it away first, okay? So you point the camera away from you so that it's facing the room you're in, because it's got to get a little environment, right? We got to do little scans. So have you ever done a panoramic where you go from left to right? So I want you to do the same thing. So you're going to kind of scan the room. Don't push any buttons. Just scan the room so you can see the whole room around you, right? Great. Perfect. So now you've done the initial scan of the space. Now I want you to hold the phone right in front of you. And this is how you see a miracle. Okay, you ready? I need you to flip the camera real quick, because if you do it fast enough, there it is. It's you. I don't know if you guys have seen one recently, but the most beautiful miracles are right there. That's my trademark move. So now you know. But I love just, quickly, just to remind you that no matter what you're dealing with in your life, you are the greatest miracle so far. So now that we broke the ice and now that I got your attention, now we can get serious on how to manifest. Thank you. I loved it. I did it on stage for the women's show a couple times, and we got quite a hoot out of everybody because they had quite a good little laugh at that one. But it's true. I think so many times, we forget that, like, you are chosen, you are selected, you're here for a reason. And sometimes your current environment or situations don't reflect that. So please don't be discouraged, and just remember that you are so important. You are loved. You are supported by the world, by God, by everyone. So please know that if you don't feel that where you are right now, It is a temporary situation, but there are tons of communities, there are tons of support systems. And if anyone is looking for anything, if you are struggling with mental health, please do check out my code purple. It is a resource list on my website at missedie.com/code purple for anyone. And guys, we even have mugs too. So I'm super excited. They're like a beautiful little mug here. It's to end suffering in
And it's
silence.
a big
And
mug. You can hold
yeah,
your
and it's got
tea in
our
there.
affirmations. So you are loved, you matter, you are safe, you are worthy, and you are not alone. And again, it's just missedie.com/code purple. So these are really cool little gifts as well. And the colors of the mug change too inside. So it's kind of fun for anyone who's looking for just a nice little affirmation mug. But it also is a support to bring out the awareness of that. So thank you for always letting me talk about it, because you know how much mental health means to me. And just for anybody who is suffering in silence, that's why we put this out here, so everyone has a chance to connect with that. But I thank you, DBoss.
That's a perfect tea and coffee mug there.
Yes, yeah, and they're regular size, so I mean, like, they're perfect for, you know, everybody. And I got mine, so you should get yours. And we got to get you one, DBoss. But I just I'm so grateful again. Thank you for making this beautiful spiritual enlightenment segments for us to be able to share. It's always a pleasure to come back, and I love hearing how you've been able to learn so much from the different teachings. And again, if you guys have any topics you're excited about or want to learn more about that pertain to spirituality, then please feel free to make any suggestions in the comments or reach out to us on our websites. And make sure you're definitely following DBoss, because Real Lives Matter is a beautiful movement, and I'm so honored to be a part of it. And I'm super excited to help you awaken the spiritual sovereign within. And why is that important? Because sometimes we forget that we have a beautiful power to create, manifest, attract, build, and also my favorite, recreate. Because, you know, maybe you tried and it didn't turn out the way you wanted. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've tried to get my ideal fit body a few times, and the only thing I've been fitting is a few extra stops sometimes to get some delicious goodies on the way home. But I know that why I'm saying this is because if you're trying to manifest something, well, I mean, have you been working on any manifestations
Well, what
recently?
is your weight? So you talked about your weight. So how would you
Yes.
manifest your body to be a
Oh,
certain
that's a
weight?
great topic. Okay. So, for example, if you have ever had the ideal weight you want, so if you have ever, like, for example, looked or been in the shape of your desired outlook, that's a bonus, because then you can still refer to that image. If you don't have that experience, so for example, if you're perhaps wanting to do a fitness competition and you're wanting to have the body of, you know, a competitor and just show off that beautiful physique, then I recommend that you find someone who also matches kind of your body type. So you want to, if you're tall, you want to find a tall person who has the outfit or body that you're looking for. Now, sometimes you might not find that. That's why if you're looking to do that, then you're going to be the example. But in these situations, having someone that you're kind of looking towards, like if you're looking at a comparison point to see how to sculpt your body. Now, what that does is your visual, right? When we're manifesting, we need visuals. That's why there's vision boards. That's why there's creative, beautiful ways of putting out the energy by simply seeing it. So sometimes, like when I was trying to manifest a lot of things a couple of years ago, I had put them all over my wall and it looked a little crazy, but I also put them up because I wanted to see them every day until they became my reality. And that can be something as simple as hitting a goal of 100K followers. So it didn't happen the way I thought it would, but when it happened, then I was super excited because I had technically already called it in. I just wasn't specific. So this is just a nice little example of visualizations and how important they are to getting what it is that you want. And this is, again, if it's a physical goal, then you not only need a visual, like, point where you want to be. Sometimes it's a dress size, sometimes it's a shape, sometimes it's a way you'd like your body to look. Now we're talking about physical ways right now, but of course we'll switch to a few different topics in a moment. But why it's special is because then you have a destination, and just like a GPS in your car, or you're trying to get to a stop on the bus, you know, you put in your destination and it tells you all the routes to get to it. So why is that important? Because now you've told the universe, you've told your body body. You've told, your angels, your faith, your God, what it is that your next goal is. Now, that goal requires a plan. It also requires discipline, because you might have a really great goal, but if you keep making pit stops on the route, then you're making detours, and that's going to take even longer to get there. So this is just a quick little analogy to just help you kind of understand that even if you got to walk, drive, ride a bicycle, or whatever it is you're doing, it takes as long as it takes to get there. But the more that you don't deviate from the plan, whatever it is, then the more faster it will manifest, or the quicker you'll be able to get the results, because of enduring all of the obstacles. Because of course it wouldn't just be so easy, right? Everyone would have everything they wanted, but then we wouldn't have worked hard for it. Now, manifesting a miracle is also talking about bringing something in that's really hard. So for example, for some of us, we're trying to manifest our dream jobs, our dream careers. Maybe we're trying to manifest a love or a romance, a husband, a wife, or other significant partner, depending on your dynamics. And this is just a really powerful way for us to focus on the attributes and the traits, for example. So if you have a list of requirements, and this is important, there's a difference between standards, because of course you have to hold yourself to a standard, otherwise you'll take anything and everything. And you're a high value woman, or a high value man, or a high value individual, then you want to make sure that you also hold those attributes and integrity as well, so that you will be more likely to attract that. Because as great as it is to think like, I want to manifest a very loyal, faithful spouse, for example, then it also requires that of you.
That's a good
So
one to say to spouse, or a soulmate.
Yes. Soulmate, twin flame, whatever you're looking for. Even if you're just, to each their own. It works in different ways, and everyone's into different things. So please don't be offended if I use certain words that might not match your current situation. However, I only like to be as open and general, so that you can make it fit how it does for each of you. Now, DBoss, for example, like, what would be 3 top things that you're looking for in a significant other?
Look, she puts me on the spot here, people. Loyalty.
Yes.
Loyalty. Of course, it gets to be good looking and tall, good looking, tall, and trustworthy.
Beautiful. So we'll be taking applications if you'd like to submit them below. I just want to see how powerful it is, because we're putting it out there. But then this is also a reflection of you, because you're trustworthy, you're loyal, you're beautiful, and you also have the beautiful intelligence that you bring. So of course you need somebody who can hold serious conversations and not just talk about simple, basic things, right? So you want to make sure that you find someone who stimulates the different areas that we need individually. Now, this is just a powerful way for you to focus on bringing that in. Like for me, I also want someone who believes in God as much as I do. And maybe the only other person between the two of us should be the Lord, in my opinion. But for anyone else who has a different interest or want, then you're just going to have to focus on your specific ones. That's why this is fun, because it's different for all of us. So, different types of fun activities that you want to do. You want someone who's adventurous. Well, then probably, hanging out with a bookworm might not be the best way for you to get that adrenaline rush that you might be sneaking, wanting to get from skydiving with your partner. So it's really important for us to consider things when we're picking people. And the same thing with jobs. If you want freedom, if you want, the ability to have creative freedoms, not just financial freedoms, you also are in a position where if you can't find the dream job, then maybe it's because you're the one who's meant to begin it, or start it, or build the business around that area. Because sometimes the greatest niches are so specific, but so needed. So don't feel that you're, it's silly, or it's just a little hobby, because sometimes your hobby turns into your greatest income, like it did for me, because I went to school to be an RCMP officer here in Canada. That's the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. I wanted to get justice. I wanted to focus on all the beautiful ways that it meant a lot to me at the time when I was growing up. And then now I'm doing tarot, astrology, readings, coaching, and all sorts of different ways of helping heal
Helping
people.
the mental people with mental health, or if they're suicidal.
And Yes, and bringing people to resources. So I moved away from legal justice and now I'm on a spiritual justice quest. Now, I'm very grateful. Thank you for sharing the things you're looking for, DBoss. We're always looking out for each other. So again, if your applications at the bottom, I'm just kidding. But we have some fun stuff.
But you're always hearing about, manifestation and all this, and some people
Yes.
don't know, that some people do it, but they don't know what to do and how to actually do it. So, and then there's sometimes they feel so shameful. Maybe they may say, oh my gosh, I don't know. And everybody's talking about it
Yeah.
and they're just on the hype, but they're not actually getting any results because they don't know how to do it. So this is why
True.
we have Miss Edie and people on like that know what it is and have successfully walked people through it. It's not just
Yes.
a talking thing.
Yeah, and it's powerful because it has a combination. Now, I've studied with Tony Robbins and Bob Proctor and amazing leaders, and there's tons of books that also talk about the power of focus and how important it is that not only like manifesting is a combination of things, because it also requires very detailed specific points. Otherwise, you say, I want a new love of my life, but then it turns out to have 4 legs and cute blue eyes and it's a little furry and sometimes it drools because it's a puppy. So it's up to you to be very clear if you're looking for someone to spend the rest of your life with, in the sense of different aspects. So I it's a good one. Done that too. But so please learn from my mistakes, but more importantly, give yourself a chance to also be creative with this. Now, like a technique, if we could do you want to take a moment, we could do a quick little technique together if you guys would like. If you're comfortable in a chair, if you're standing, then try to find somewhere to sit down. Put your back straight, put your feet flat on the floor, and you can put your palms facing up on your thighs. So I do different meditation coaching as well, but we're just going to do a quick grounding just to help you visualize. So feel free, if you're safe, to close your eyes, take a big breath in deep, just breathe in and then breathe out. I want you to take another breath in. And this time when you breathe out, I want you to kind of drop your shoulders a little bit. So big breath in and breathe out. And kind of ease down. Keep your spine as straight as you can if you're comfortable, of course. And then just kind of focus now. I want you to keep your eyes closed so that you're going to be able to kind of use your imagination. Now, what Tony Robbins also taught us was to find good moments. So I want you to take a second right now and focus on a really great memory. Maybe something that was a really special birthday or a special holiday, something that was really meaningful for you. And I want you to kind of focus for this moment in this memory. And I want you to look around. Where are you? What are you wearing? Who were you with? And just that feeling. And I want you to sit in that. So take a big breath in, and I want you to if it's food, I want you to smell the delicious stuff that was around you. If it's a place, if it's an outdoors area, whatever it is in that space, I want you to think of how it felt, the temperature. What are you imagining when you're rethinking of this memory? And then I want you to kind of just ease into that. Now, do you feel good? Does it feel good right now?
Yeah.
Are you comfortable? Okay, perfect. So now that we have like a good example, a great feeling, I want you to take this energy right now. And this is just a fast version of it because we have a few minutes still. So I want you to just focus. You can stack this. You can take a couple of great memories. But now we're going to focus on a future situation. So for example, DBoss, what is something specific that you would like to manifest right now?
For my show to go on OWN network.
Ooh, perfect. So, DBoss, then I want you to take a moment, close your eyes, and I want you to tell me how that feels. How does that look? What do you envision when you say that you are on the OWN channel? What does it look like to have DBoss official there?
It looks really good.
Right. And then what are some colors? What are some, like, because even in this situation, like thinking of this song that's going to play for the intro, a different way for you to just picture your name and the time slot on the TV like guide, and then you can pick the time and people can pre-record and preset. Like there's all sorts of beautiful ways where you can empower this vision and just give it more meaning, because the gravity that you place in a manifestation like this, and just hold that space and feel how happy and how amazing it would be. And I want you to also get really excited, because congratulations, doesn't it feel so good? So what you got to do is you also got to celebrate it. So woohoo, you did it, you got it. Is that the dream car? Is that the diploma? Is it the beautiful husband or wife or other? Whatever it is that you're looking for, this is how you manifest it. So when you sit in this space, you do have to focus on, what are you wearing? What's the perfect outfit that you want to show up in? What's the perfect makeup or look? Gentlemen, what's the perfect tie if you're dressing up for it? Or what's the most comfortable shoes that you want to wear that you can look the greatest in? So these are just fun little techniques on how to dress up your manifestation so that you have your wardrobe or what it is that you want around you picked out. And this can be great. You might manifest a beautiful car, but I kind of want a beautiful parking lot or driveway. Oh, maybe two-door garage, and then just have fun with it. So this is sort of where you get to reconnect with your inner child. And that's the power of manifesting miracles, because you allow yourself to explore the excitement. And I'll tell you something, sometimes it might be a little wild, but always leave room for God, because when you show him what it is that you're wanting to see, because when you're visualizing it mentally, and even if perhaps you're not a visual person, because some people, did you know that there's people that don't picture things in their mind? So if you might be one of those people, you can also draw it. And even writing it down, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have my own network on the ON network, and I have my own channel, and I have my own segment, whatever it is for you, DBoss, that you're wanting, and of course mine too. And for each and every single one of you, take a moment, because today is actually really powerful energy when we're filming this. So I'm just really grateful to share that message with you guys. So happy manifesting miracles. Let us know your results.
I almost forgot to open my eyes back.
Well, listen, if you manifest so hard that you wake up hours later, I mean, congratulations. You're really committed. I love it.
But, Mercedes, this has been great. And of course, she's going to be coming on doing some other things, manifesting your miracles, how to do it. She just showed everybody. So if you missed the episode, you can go on the YouTube channel and go back and watch it on DBoss Networks, and you'll see Miss Edie there. You'll probably see a few different ones. So if you missed those ones, you could see. So, it's been a pleasure having her on. So you could just tell everybody your social media handles and where they can reach you, Miss Edie.
Absolutely. The best way to reach me, everybody, is at MISSEDIE.com. And of course, all the links are going to be provided, but please only use the links on my Linktree and website, because there are people who pretend to be me. And I just want to do my due diligence and make sure you know to use your discernment for anybody that reaches out like that. So that, we also did a great little video on discernment and intuition. So make sure you check that one out too. But just a fun little way for you to trust and just know that a lot of people who are in these positions are being imitated. And sometimes people will also use fear to intimidate you to take your money or resources. So be very, very careful with who you take advice from, and don't let anyone speak anything over your life that you don't approve of, okay? So stay strong, continue to manifest beautiful ways for you to live the best life. And again, don't forget, the greatest masterpiece you'll ever create is yourself. So DBoss, it's a pleasure to be sharing this together. God bless all of you. Thank you again for having me.
Right then. And everybody, I thank the viewers tonight for tuning in with Miss Edie and me on the RLM Spiritual Enlightenment series with discernment. So, everybody, so go and do your homework now. So good night. So bye for now.